Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to Coffee Class. In Coffee Class today, under core mathematics, we have treated simultaneous equations. We are done with algebraic expressions, and I want us to quickly move to indices and logarithms. So, within the next 10 minutes, I would want to introduce you to the concept of indices in mathematics. Don't forget, this is Coffee Class, and then I'll be happy if you can subscribe to my channel and then share with your friends so that they can also get the good things and the benefits you are getting from this channel as well. So here we just teach about mathematics, and then anything academics, we are there for you. If you want a private tutorial, you can just call on us so that we deliver to your doorsteps. Yes. Alright. So when we say indices in mathematics, when we talk about indices, we just want to talk about a number being multiplied by itself a number of times. That is the whole concept of indices, or a number raised to the power another number. That is the whole concept of indices in mathematics. So this is basically the introduction to indices. So in indices, like I said, when we have a number times itself a number of times, example, so when I have this example, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, it simply means that 2 multiplied by itself 4 times. That is the meaning of the 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And then this is the concept of indices. So if you want to write this in a simpler form, so it's the same as 2 exponent 4. So the 2 here is what we call the base. So we call them for the power, the exponent, or the index. So this basically has to do with the concept of indices. So this is what we mean when we talk about indices. Now there are some rules and regulations, or there are some laws, and then there are some properties about this whole concept of indices. But I would want us to look at the laws for the time being. We look at the first basic 6 or 7 laws. Then when we are done with that, we will end. Then in the subsequent lessons, we work with more examples. So the first law of indices has to do with the law of multiplication. And the law of multiplication of indices says that when we have two numbers multiplying and then they share the same base, then we have to add the powers provided they are multiplying each other. So when we look at the example on the board, we have a exponent m times a exponent n. And then since they share the same base, which is a, we pick one of the bases and then we sum the powers m plus n. And then that is going to give us a exponent m plus n. That is basically the law of powers. The second one says that when we have a exponent m divided by a exponent n, they share the same base over here as well. We subtract the powers if it is division. So with the division, either you see the division sign or you see over. So let's say A over B. Yes, sorry, A over A. When you see something like that, it still means the division. Okay. The third one has to do with the law of powers. So when you see A exponent M, all exponents N, we are going to multiply the powers. So we are going to have A exponent M times N, which is equal to A exponent Mn. If they are numbers, you just multiply the numbers and you put the result over there. So let's say example, if I have A exponent 2, all exponent 3, this should be, so it should give us A exponent 2 by 3, which is A exponent 6, and not A exponent 2, 3 or 23. Because the top there, we have the variables, you can't get an exact value for the variables. That is why it seems to be M and N. Okay. So the fourth law of indices has to do with the same power. When we have two numbers, let's say 3 times 4, or let's say A times B, all exponents M, it will be written as A exponents M, B exponents M. That is the fourth law. So from here, we quickly move to the fifth law, which also talks about this. When we have A exponents M all over B, then it should also A over B all exponents M, it should be the same as A exponents M all over B exponents M. So we go to the next one, which talks about the, so basically this is a property. So I think the property and then laws have been merged together to have been merged over here to give us this. So any number exponent 0 is equal to 1. Any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. You are going to be applying this one in your subsequent workings because you would see questions which will require you to apply this property or law. Okay. And then the last one, so when I have A exponent M over N, it can be written as A exponent 1 over N, all exponent M. So basically these are the laws and properties of indices combined. Yes, I combined them because I was in a hurry, and so I had to combine the two so that I make it kind of snappy for you. So I'll end over here, but watch out for core mathematics WASI preparation questions, and then elective mathematics WASI preparation questions, and then BEC questions and preparation questions as well. So thank you for your time, and then continue to watch this space. There is more content for you to watch and then be educated. Bye bye.